everyone, this is Olivia with Crafting with Ollie. Today we're going to be making a witch, a crescent moon witch. I'm going to be using a wire form. This is 14 inches and I already dyed these socks green. I used acrylic first in water. This is a Kelly green, and then it wasn't as green as I wanted, so I just got food coloring, just a regular food coloring, and the green one, and put it also in the water. And then this is a green that I got. These are two different socks, as you can see, but I didn't get a chance to get I wanted one like this one, but this is the only one I had. And this one I got it at the Dollar Tree, and this one's from Walmart. I don't want this part, but I'm going to see how I can cover that up. Okay, let me go ahead and get started showing you. I'll show you the rest of the materials later as I go. I'm going to be cutting this. I'm going to be using the wire cutters to cut. I'm going to cut one section. I'm just going to go past a little bit on this one, and I'm going to cut right here as where this section begins. So that's how much I'm going to cut off.
One.
Okay, this is a section that I cut off, and now what we're gonna do is just gather the sections together like this, and I'm going to use tape. To gather the sections together. Now the other side. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you would do so. If you like my crafts, and leaving me a comment of how you liked my craft. I like to read comments and see what people think about my crafts, and what I could do to make it better. A comment would help. Okay, so there I have. I taped the ends already. And there you have the crescent moon shape. Now for the socks, let me see. I'm going to put it in here. Alright guys, I figured it out. I realized that my socks were not going to was not going to work because of this section of the sock. So I went ahead and cut it out, and the part of the heel, that's going to become the nose. So all I'm doing is just grabbing the heel and pushing it in, and that's going to be the nose of the witch. And I'm going to fix it once I put it up on the frame. Let me go ahead and get started with the other sock. And just remember, I'm using two different socks because I didn't have any more of this sock. So I have to work with what I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this sock in here, and I'm going to hot glue this section back here to make it go thin. So I'm just going to put some glue inside of this. Because I want it to be thin up in the front. This is going to be the front side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use fiber fill and put some inside the sock. I'm just going to push it to the bottom here, just to give it some depth, so it won't lie flat. Let me just push the fiber fill into the corner there. And a little bit more. I think it works best if you just add little at a time. Don't add too much, because then you won't be able to shape it the way you want if it's too much. So it's just better to just add little at a time, so you don't have a big lump. You can't flatten it out too well because it's just grabbing the fill and just pinching it over to where I want it to go. All right, now I'm going to do the other sock, the other direction. And this sock is gonna go inside this one. Remember, I pushed the heel in a little bit in here. That's going to become the nose. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue in here just so it will stay just keep that shape that I want right there. I need to add a little bit more foam here, fiber fill I mean. I'm just giving it the shape that I want. Alright, for the hat, I'm going to start. I ripped a black fiber piece of fabric, and it's about 3 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start wrapping it around the top. So just figure it out. This is the nose. The eye is going to be around this area. So this is where the hat will start. So I'm just going to start wrapping it around. And I'm going to hot glue it here. So I'm just going to wrap it around. This section of the horn here. And I'm just going to make it into a point here at the top. Add some hot glue. Let me turn it over so I can make a little point here. To make the point, all I'm doing is just adding glue and then just pinching this in to make that point. And you can use any material you might have in hand, as long as it's black. Okay, that's going to be the hat. Now for the brim, what I did is I got a piece of cardboard and I cut, and this is going to fit right above, right here. That's gonna make the brim. But before I do that, I'm just going to add some black material on it. So I have this same material as that I used up on the part of the hat. Maybe just form it here. I'm gonna wrap it around on both to make sure I have enough for both the top and the bottom of the so on the this is going to be the edge of the hat right here. I want to make sure I cover that up with the material, so I'm just going to put glue and bring the material up to that edge, so I'm make sure it is covering it. Let me cut this threads here. Just cutting off a little this section right here. I left a little bit over so I can pull it over also like this. Just add some glue. I think I need my finger protector for this. It's gonna be a little bit too hot. More to the edge. Bring it over. Let me cut this off. Okay, those little pieces left over here, I'm just gonna add to cover this part. Maybe I'll get a better piece. I don't need that much of a piece, it's just a little bit that I need to cover up. Put some blue here. And I'll just cut off the extra that's left. Okay, and there you have the brim of the hat for the hat, and that's just gonna be put right over the hat right here, this section. Okay, I'm gonna add some glue, hot glue on this edge where I'm going to put this hat, and just hold it in place until it dries up and it sticks. Okay, now I'm going to work on the face. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw right here. I'm going to put this eye right here. I made a little hole so I can slip it through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw with a Sharpie the eye socket. Let me just take this out so I can draw the bottom line of that. And this eye, I got a packet of eyes at Hobby Lobby where they sell the dolls. They sell all kinds of different types of eyes. So that's where I got this eyeball from. Just gonna draw some eyelashes in here real quick. And the eye is gonna fall right in there. Let me just add some glue on this so it'll stay in there. And for the eyebrows, I just went ahead and pulled some strands from the material I had that I used for the hat. I just pulled some strands and I'm gonna just use that for the eyebrow. I'm gonna put it right here, and I'll snip some of the extra. I just wanted more or less an idea of where I was gonna put the eyebrow. Right there. Let me just add some glue right here. Oops, I need some glue stick. Okay, let me go ahead and add some hot glue up here. That's where the eyebrow is going to be. Like I said, I just took a couple of strands of thread from that material I had and just threw the eyebrow, made a little, and I can just cut off all these extra strands that I got here. They were too long. With a marker I can draw in like a wart. Now she's got a wart on her nose. Paint the inside of her nostrils. And I'm going to draw in a mouth. I was thinking of making her lips black, so I'm just gonna do a little shape here like this. And just color in. I hope that looks like a mouth there for you. Part of the lip. Just picking it up to see what it looks like to me. Okay. Now I'm just gonna decorate the hat. I'm making, I got this tool, orange tool, and I cut it in half, and what I'm doing is I am just with a thread and needle, I'm just sewing right down the center of this tool and pulling it so I get this little fluff, and I'm going to be putting it up here at the top of the hat like this. And it's just gonna dangle down the side of her like this, on the side. I'm also going to be using this, this is supposed to be like a bow for a gift. And I've seen some other places where somebody used to like make it look like it's hair, like curled hair. And I'm gonna add it here to this section of the head, like, and make it look like it's her hair. And that's what I'm going to be doing also. So in the meantime, right now I'm just going to be doing this section here. Like I said, all I'm doing is with a thread and needle is just so stitching this piece of material here, tool. And all I'm doing is just going in and out and then pulling the string, and it bunches up like this when I pull the string on the tool back. Okay, I redid the mouth. The black Sharpie on the sock wasn't showing up, it was bleeding. And what I did is I just drew a mouth using a red foam. I just drew it out and cut it out, and I hot glued it down. I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more hot glue here on the edges so it'll come down. finger protector. I don't know what I did with my finger protector. This, oh well, I'll just my fingers is gonna be a little bit hot. Okay, and the same thing with the eye. I went ahead and just drew an eye on white paper, white tag, and then stuck the eye back in there. The same thing was happening. It was bleeding. The Sharpie bleeds through this material, as you can see on the little wart, but I guess I can leave a wart there, or just I'll just wad up a piece of material, maybe, or maybe a thread, but I'll think of what I can do on that to make a little wart sticking out from her face there. Just grabbing some piece of material and just wadding it up into a little ball, and just add it where the black is already there. That way you don't see the bleeding of the marked Sharpie too much. Okay, and the little tool that I already finished making that. Like I said, I was just pulling a string through it, and that's gonna go up here on the top. But before that, I'm going to add this ribbon. It's wired. It's a wired ribbon that I had from Halloween last year, and I'm just going to add it here on the top of the hat. Just to give it a little extra decoration up there. I'm just adding a little bit of glue on the back here so I can glue this ribbon on. Okay, there you have it. I think that wart looks pretty nasty there. Okay, and for the hair, I was gonna figure out how to put this on. It's supposed to be some kind of a I took off the back clip backing that comes with it, and right there where the staple is, I'm gonna add some glue, and I'm just going to put it right here on the edge of her face right there, and hold it there until it dries, and just let it set until the glue sets. And this, I'm just going to put it right up here and have it dangle down like this. Oops, shouldn't have picked that up too soon. It's not dry yet. I'm just holding it in place until it actually dries up a little bit more. Okay, and there I'm just going to add a little bit of glue up here at the top of the brim, so I can just add this little tool decoration I made earlier, just to add right here on the edge of the hat. On the end of this, I'm going to add a spider. I have the spider and I'm going to dangle it going to use this wire here. Add some glue. So that the wire can get stuck. So it'll look like it's her web that she's spinning out of her web. I think it's a little too long. I need to cut that. So that's dangling from the edge of the very edge of the tip of her hat here. Turn it over. I'm gonna put some glue, hot glue, and just hold it there until it dries. If that doesn't hold it, I'll try some little stitching here. It's on the back, so okay, I did a little stitches there, and I also curved the wire over so it won't slip through on the back. So there you have it. When you hold it up, this is what it will look like. I still need to make a bow for it, I think. Just adding a little bit more touches here and there. Oops, I need to put a handle on the back also, so I could hang it. I might use some jute, a jute string. Just tear it up. Make a loop here and to see how it would hang. Okay, so more or less this will be the area where I'm going to hang this from. So I just put the little jute string there. And that will be the area where I can hold it to hook, to hang on the door. Alright guys, this is the final look of it now. So you can see I added a bow, and on the socks down here I noticed that it was kind of weird that it looked just like a sock. What I did is I overlapped it the other way around, and I put rickrack to cover up where the socks meet. And that's just something else that I wanted to do. I just kept staring at it and say something's not looking right, and so that's what I did, just fixed it up a little bit better. And the hook, I had to put it on the wire itself because it was just gonna drag everything up. So the hook now is on the wire and it will hang like this as it's hanging on my finger. Okay, and there you have my wreath, my witch crescent moon wreath. Thank you so much for being here with me, guys, and again, I appreciate you all being here with me. Thank you for me. Bye.